Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and like always, thank you so much for the support. And let me say the support has been absolutely crazy over the last few weeks. I think we've gained over 250 new subscribers, which is just mind-blowing to me. So generally, thank you to every single new subscriber that has shown support for the channel and that is enjoying these videos. You guys are what make it possible and what make it fun to continue to make these videos. So thank you again so much. So today's video, I have an absolute banger of a video for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it a lot. So we are going to be doing the true damage stacking dagger build from before, but we're going to do a little bit more of a focus on the longbow this time around and stacking a little bit more power and strength to utilize some of those new buffs that the longbow got of the armor penetration. And that's going to help us fix a lot of the issues with this build, especially against casters and maybe even rogues. If we hit them a couple of times before we engage the fight, we're in a really big advantage when we finally do get to take that fight. So let's jump into the buying process. I'll show you guys 2 games with this build, and then a bonus clip at the end on my Cleric on how I managed to get all the gold to play this build. And yeah, I'm really excited. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and let's jump right into it. Alright, so I want to start by focusing on the jewelry, which is usually the most expensive piece of most builds nowadays. And specifically, the 3 main stats that I want to focus on for this build is physical damage reduction, true physical damage wherever I can, and then health. So I do find some Grim Smiles with max health bonus, true damage, and PDR. So we do pick up 2. Each of them was almost about 2k. Alright, and next we're going to move on to our Frost Amulet. Obviously, we want some PDR, we want some max health bonus, and here let's see if we can sneak in a little bit of physical power as well. So it looks like max health wasn't available, so we will go for max health bonus. And yeah, there actually is one within our price range, so we'll go ahead and pick this up for 1800. Alright, and next we're going to look for our Rondel Dagger, and I'm trying to look for obviously physical damage bonus to mitigate some of the weapon mastery debuff. The other thing that we want to try to squeeze in is additional weapon damage if we can, and lastly max health, but that does get ridiculously out of control. So I do think I just end up picking one up with additional weapon damage and physical damage bonus, and we'll call it a day there so we can save a little bit on the weapon. And next we find an absolute steal of a longbow, additional weapon damage, max health bonus, and physical damage bonus for 199 gold. So we will definitely go ahead and pick that up. Alright, and the next thing we're going to look for is our buckler. Obviously we want armor, physical damage reduction, and if you can squeeze it in, health. I know they do get really expensive, but we got extremely lucky, and it looks like somebody mispriced one. So we do pick one up for 750, and the next closest one was over 2k, so extremely lucky on that buy. But yeah, nice buckler there. And obviously, best in slot right now for almost every single build is Lightfoot boots with additional movement speed. So we will go ahead and pick one up. We also want to add some PDR to it. So we find one with a 4 roll for a reasonable price. So we'll go ahead and pick those up. All right, next thing is loose trousers with PDR and max health. And I see these for 500, one with a max roll of 6 is 700. I do want to start maybe saving a little bit of money now that we're getting closer to the final pieces. So I do end up just going for the PDR and max health for 520 and save a couple hundred gold on that. Alright, for the heavy gauntlets, pretty straightforward. We're looking for PDR, we're looking for true damage, and any other useful roll. We do find one with 1 physical power, which isn't anything out of this world, but we do manage to pick that one up as well. The Fine QS is going to be our chest piece of choice, and we're going to be looking for max health and PDR. We do find a epic one for a reasonable price, so we'll go ahead and pick that one up. Our cape slot, we're going to be using a tattered cloak for a little bit more strength damage. So again, true fizz and PDR, and we'll pick one up for 600. All right, and for our helmet, we have two options. We can go with a Houndscaw or a Chapelle de Fer if you're looking for a little bit more movement speed or if you're looking for a little bit more health. So we do splurge a little bit on the helmet. Find this one with double health rolls and some PDR on it, and we'll go ahead and pick that up to complete our build. All right, so a quick little clip with the Rondel Dagger, the buckler that we're using, the heavy gauntlets, both of our Grimsmiles, our loose trousers, Lightfoot boots, the other Grimsmile, our tattered cloak, our fine cuirass, and our Chapelle de Fer, the frost amulet, and our longbow. Alright, so jumping into game number 1, we do see that we do have some pretty damn geared players in this lobby, including a couple rogues. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. Alright, so we spawned in the bottom left of the map, and I just immediately start running towards the middle. I do see a random hellfire, so I'm thinking somebody's under us in the middle, and eventually I do see a warlock. Alright, and GG to our warlock friends. Unfortunately, he was a little bit Timmy, if we could say. But GG nonetheless, fun fight. I still need to get a little bit more warmed up on the longbow, as this was the very first game of the day. But let's go ahead and move on. And no edit needed, we see another player right in front of us. Alright, so a little bit of a misplay there with the longbow, but one hit did hurt him a lot, is what I'm assuming. I popped my second wind to try to bait him into attacking me, feigning that I was weak, and he unfortunately did not fall for it, so we continue this cat and mouse game. And surprise, there's another rogue just sitting in wait. Alright, so pretty unfortunate he does end up getting away because our bow was not loaded there, but we still have another rogue to deal with. Alright, and I have no idea what happened to him. It looks like maybe his mouse might have ran out of battery or something, or lost connection. Pretty unfortunate that that happened, but his kit was absolutely disgusting. So we will go ahead and take all of it. Absolutely insane kit. 2 Grim Smiles, everything was additional damage. So pretty unlucky for him, and pretty lucky for us. I'll say that. Alright, so we do see some pretty geared players. This Warlock is really, really geared, and I think his damage multiplier was, or magic power multiplier was 64%, which is really freaking high. His curses must hurt a bunch, but the game's about to start, and there are a few geared players in this lobby, so let's jump right into it. Alright, so we spawned in the module right above bottom left. So usually what I like to do when I get the spawn is rush bottom left, as that's a very common spawn point, to see if we can find anybody here. And we do hear something that got aggroed, and we do see a ranger. Alright, and I do feel bad for even showing this one, so it is just a Timmy Ranger, but I didn't want to have it in the kill feed and not explain the fight, so we'll go ahead and move on. Alright, and as I make my way to the middle, I do see a Warlock doing the centipede, so do land the shot there and decide to push. Alright, and unfortunately another Timmy. Please don't hate me in the comments. I'm not going after the Timmys, but I do want to show every single kill that I get in the kill feed in these videos. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. Alright, so my intention here is to maybe see if somebody's doing cave troll and see if we can take a fight over there. But I do hear a Hellfire off to my right, and I think there's only 2 other Warlocks in this lobby, and both of them were very, very geared, so I'm not too keen on taking this fight. And the one thing that I have to my advantage here is my longbow, so I want to give myself plenty of space and make sure I am using the longbow as much as I can. And I forgot to show it, but each of these headshots on the longbow is doing about 90 damage, and I think body shots are just doing like 60 or 70 damage. So they definitely hurt a lot, and right now I don't think he's feeling that pain. Alright, so now I'm in a little bit of a pickle. I got stuck up there. I have some mobs behind me. And I know that if he lands just one curse, it's probably about 50%, maybe more of my HP. So I want to heal up to full and see if I can kite him a little bit. Yeah, and just as I thought, one curse plus the ticks will get me to about 50% HP. And we're in a little bit of trouble here, so my first instinct is, alright, I need to get out of here. I shouldn't be taking this fight. I'm out of magic protection potions, so let's see if we can just live to fight another day. Alright, so I know at this point the fight is lost, so I'm playing to my outs, which is trying to find a escape. First one is here, the static in the middle of the map. Unfortunately, it is closed. Next thing I want to try to do is maybe lose them in between the mobs that are aggro behind me and play towards the prison static. So let's see if we can make it there. So I do see a barbarian off to the left, and my first instinct is hopefully the warlock picks him instead of me. And let me see if there's a health shrine in here. Sometimes there is, and perfect, there is one. So let's try to take this health shrine, and maybe we can jump into a 2v3 against that warlock, or third party that fight. Alright, so I don't want to lose this kit. It's a lot of gold. So my number one priority is make sure that I have a safe extraction. So I'll go ahead and open up 2 of these portals in case whoever I'm fighting takes one. I still have a backup portal and don't have to sit here. And then I do hear the fight starting. And we do end up picking up the absolute juiced warlock kit. He is so freaking geared that it is disgusting. I think this entire kit basically sells or covers the entire cost of the kit that we have on. So it is a pretty, I don't want to say scummy way to play, but you do have to tactically retreat every now and then in this game. So let's go ahead and pick up absolutely everything off of this guy's kit. And we are just rolling in it right now. Really excited that we finally got to finish that fight, and even more excited that we actually survived. One of the big problems with this build is fighting warlocks and casters, just because we have so little magic reduction. And yeah, we do manage to pick this up. We will also loot some of the stuff off of the barbarian, and we're set. And the big problem is that the barbarian was also fairly geared. I do want to pick up the leggings, but outside of that, there isn't anything else that really interested me. So we'll play some Tetris here and pick up the leggings, and we'll call it there. Alright, and I did promise you guys a bonus clip, so this is the Cleric that I was playing on before the fighter, and this is what the gear looks like. Essentially, I was just trying to stack additional magical damage, HP, and PDR wherever I could, while also putting a heavy emphasis on movement speed. So we'll jump into the very first game, and I hope you guys enjoy this build. Alright, and as I was making my way towards the middle, I do hear someone in the bottom right. Alright, don't even know if it was a ranger or a fighter, but we will pick up our first kill, and immediately we do hear somebody off to our side. I'm used to having a shield out, so unfortunately I do throw my lantern, pick it up quickly, and I just want to get some distance between me and this cleric. I saw him in the pre-lobby and he was a little bit geared, so I don't want to really fight him at a health disadvantage. So let's kite around a little bit, get some health, and we'll try to take the fight again. And surprise, we have a friendly neighborhood rogue and our friend the cleric here. So we decide to go on the cleric here and do end up two-shotting him. And then now we have the rogue to deal with. So let's see how this goes. So unfortunately, because of where the cleric spawns were dropped down, there is no way to get this body without taking damage. So I will quickly just loot everything without even looking at it and see if we can pick up most of the gear off of our cleric friend here. And we will call it for that body. And we still have a rogue above us to deal with, so I'll quickly heal up and see if we can find them again. Alright, so I finally do make it to the middle of the map, and as I'm walking around the middle, I do see that everything's kind of been cleared out, and then I hear some potions drop under me.
What's up, dude?
Alright, so he did decide to wait out my smite, and I'm going to play it smart. I'm going to wait out his blood exchange and just get out of the fight for now. Wait until my smite is back before I decide to take the fight again. I did see another body on the floor, so it looks like he was just finishing a fight, or did just finish a fight. But now that my smite is back up, I do want to engage again. Alright, an extremely close fight. A little bit of a misplay there from me. I did not pop my Divine Protection, so called it very close, but let's heal up and see what we can get. Alright, and at this point we are pretty much the last in the lobby, and this guy has some pretty busy stuff here. So I'm trying to see what of the Cleric stuff that I can get rid of, and try to drop some potions, see if I can pick up most of this gear. And the age-old problem of too much gear, not enough space, definitely hits us here. The Felling Axe is really nice as well, but I just can't make space for it. So I'm trying to pick up whatever I think will be a decent sell. But I'll take this time to thank you guys so much for watching. I do end up selling most of this kit for about like 7 or 8k, which is the gold that we used to fund the fighter kit. So it was definitely really fun playing on the Cleric, a lot of fun playing on the fighter. I'll definitely make more videos on the fighter with that kit. We still do have it, and we'll see how far we can take it. But anyways guys, without further ado, I do wish you guys an awesome evening or awesome day, depending on what time it is for you. And again, thank you so much for watching.